Hello and welcome to Out of State DMing. I'm your host, lluksblackheart. Yes, Goose, I love you too. Uh, both my co-hosts are able to actually
Today he is joined by his two co-hosts, LadyCelt and Bacon.
extra crispy bacon. Goose, you
You're
gotta,
taking too long.
you gotta lay down right there. I know you love me, but please let me do my one thing. I'm trying to turn into a career.
And welcome to episode 91 of Out of State DMing. Special voiceover by Bacon today. Today we're going to be going over more spells. Also, apologies for being late because Lux Blackheart decided that he wanted to take his sweet ass time going home today.
I mean, fine. I'll just let my grandma know that no one loves that.
You better not say that about me.
I can and I will. Haha. Succotash. But yeah, we are running a wee bit late today. No, it does not necessarily mean we're going to be doing a late discussion on magic, because we all have lives. And unfortunately, this already bit like 20 minutes of it.
This fucking guy.
Hey, it's not the Out of State Damning podcast if something isn't going wrong. If it's not the internet,
Fair
it's
enough.
no. If it's not the internet, If it's not the internet, it's Discord. If it's not Discord, it's time management. If it's not time management, it's a very clingy dog. Stay. No. No.
I think he wishes to have your attention.
Yeah, because apparently.
Yeah, I don't know how the
one.
podcast is going to go today. He's hosting today.
Apparently, he's hosting.
Special guest host, Goose, the dog.
Yeah, it is the unofficial mascot of out-of-state DMing.
Yeah, my dogs are right here.
It's the
my husky's
dog.
The air conditioner floor.
I've got a very clingy pit bull wrapped around my legs because he hurt his paw today, so he's currently wrapped around my legs and snoozing. So
you want down here, or do you want right? I love the fact there's a cubby spot right here, just big enough for his fat ass. But that's also the problem. He tries to get in my lap.
Talking about that poor sweet baby like that.
I can and I will. Just breathe. Breathe. You are okay. No, last week we covered the Dispel alignment spells and how weird they are. But now we're going to be going into Dispel Magic, which is a pretty useful spell.
To really quickly backtrack for last week. So there is a spell against lawful. There is a spell against evil. Is there a spell against good?
Back.
Dispel good. There's Dispel lawful, Dispel evil, Dispel good, and Dispel law.
Well, no. I'm talking about blasphemy and dictum. Is there a one that goes against good creatures?
Well, blasphemy is primarily targeting good creatures. Dictum is
sorry. Is there chaotic. Sorry? Let me rephrase that. Is there one that targets evil creatures like blasphemy and dictum?
I can't remember the word at the moment. I mean,
but there is one.
As far as I know, yeah, there should be one for evil. For evil that primary targets evil, and one that also primary targets law.
Well,
we just have to get to them.
Right. Because dictum targets anything that's not lawful.
Yeah. This dictum goes if you're chaotic, you're boned. If you're lawful, you're safe. Blasphemy is if you're good, you're boned. If you're evil, you're safe. With things in between those
With all,
alignments that are
yeah,
also
with
unsafe.
all of them being right, with all neutral being like, okay, you're still kind of hurting.
Yeah.
That was going to be my question: is what does that do to neutral creatures?
It technically does the
They
same thing. So
it
like,
yeah it they just have they have a better they have a higher roll chance to get to lessen the effects.
well,
Okay.
yeah, if we're actually close to dictum. I love the name because it's pretty much I'm gonna be a dick now.
We already went over
Uh,
dictum.
yeah, I'm just
We went
trying
over
to
dictum like
verify. Yeah,
two.
a couple episodes ago. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one that primarily bones law and primary bones excuse me, good. Well, not good, but evil. We just have to get to them.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to clarify because I wasn't really sure. I don't remember ever seeing
Uh,
one. So
it despite what people try to say, the reason why blasphemy and dictum is used more often than not is because a lot of high tier enemies will use spells that 9 out of 10 times is going to decimate the party. And because 9 out of 10 times, everyone's some form of good, even when it's like, well, your character's definitely like chaotic evil, even though you have lawful good written down. Blasphemy goes, oh, you want to have a G for your alignment? Middle fingers. While dictum, look, is pretty much the
while
good
you guys
guy.
start the
Your alignment. You're
while you guys continue this discussion, I will be right back.
Yeah. While dictum is the one of the more common spells good guys use because, despite the fact that not all enemies are chaotic, it is the biggest. I don't like chaotic creatures. I'm gonna hit things with this spell, even though it has the same Team Farva written all over it, because it's pretty much you have to be lawful for dictum to not care. Well, not to not care, but for dictum to actually care. Because like, oh my god, I can't affect you because you're lawful. Uh, so it hurts anyone who's any of the non-lawful neutrals or non-lawful good or not. Pretty much anything that's not lawful. It's just like if you have if you're even though it's primarily targeted again for like anti-chaos, it is pretty much a if you're not lawful, get owned spell. Uh and reason why it's like I said, it's the same team Farva is the fact that it doesn't care if you're allied or not. If you're not that alignment, the spell's affecting you. And since it has a depending on your level, it's like the different categories. Like, okay, well you're stunned. Well, now you're also blind. Well, oh hey, now you're also paralyzed. Oh hey, you're dead.
It's the Billy Mays spell.
Pretty much it.
But wait, there's more.
It's like it's wait, there's more. It's all based on the effective cast level of the person casting it and the level difference between that and the hit die of the affected creatures. So the closer you are to that caster level, the safer you are. But if it's like 10 or more,
I have
you're
a
dead.
son. I just got off work.
Yay for work. Um and that's why it's like one of those spells, like even with blasphemy, both those spells are I don't want to deal with low level monsters. I don't care if the collective CR is like 50. I'm going to drop it in this zone. And if all these low hit die creatures just died. Why? Because there's a 10 level difference between me and these low hit die creatures. So I'm just going to one turn this entire encounter. And that's pretty much the goal of those spells. But to stop beating around the bush a bit, we're going to somewhat get back on the initial spell we're going to be starting. We're talking about today, and probably and hopefully be able to fit in a few more. On that spell is Dispel Magic. This is a abjuration, 3rd level bard, cleric, 3rd level druid, 3rd level magic domain, 3rd level paladin, 3rd level sorcerer wizard. Components are verbal semantic, casting time 1, range medium, so you can drop at a great distance. Target or area is 1 spellcaster, creature, or object, or a 20-foot radius burst. Duration instantaneous. Saving throw none. Spell resistance none.
Okay.
Pretty much
Okay.
meaning this spell is I'm targeting it either a single thing, or I'm just denying enemy magical shenanigans within this zone because I'm countering everything they have. The description, and this is a lengthy description. So stick with me here. Because magic is so powerful, so too is the ability to dispel magic. You can use Dispel Magic to end ongoing spells that have been cast on a creature or an object, or temporarily suppress the magical abilities of magical items to end ongoing spells, or at least their effects, within the area, or to counter another spellcaster's spell. A dispelled spell ends as if its duration had expired. Some spells, as detailed in their description, can't be defeated by Dispel Magic. Dispel Magic can dispel but not counter spells effects just like it does spells. Note, the
Okay, I
effect of
apologize. I have returned.
Yay! We're continuing with the Dispel Magic because I poke at you, sir. Note, the effect of a spell with an instantaneous duration can't be dispelled because the magical effect has already it's already over before the Dispel Magic can take effect. Thus, you can't use Dispel Magic to repair damage caused by a fireball or to turn a petrified character back to flesh. In these cases, magic has departed, leaving only burnt flesh or perfectly normal stone in its wake. You can choose to use Dispel Magic in one of 3 ways: a targeted dispel, an area dispel, or a counter spell. If you a targeted spell, one object, creature, or spell is the target of Dispel Magic spell. You make a Dispel check with its DC 20 plus your caster level to a maximum of plus 10 against the spell. Against the spell or against the ongoing spell currently in effect on the object or creature. The DC for the spell check is 11 plus the spellcaster's level. Pretty much meaning a high enough level caster casting the spell, you're going to have problems dispelling it because you can only use a maximum of plus 10. So if it's pretty much if the overall DC is like 30 or higher, you're not just you're well, not 30 or higher, but 31 or higher, you're not dispelling it. But it also means you're fighting
Okay,
a
so
very
let me.
character.
You may have already gone over this, but like, so say you know a spellcaster is going to cast a spell. Say it's like a 1 turn cast time. Could you hit them with Dispel Magic and stop it?
You can use Dispel as a counter spell.
Okay, so you could. Okay, that's
one
what
of
I
the
was getting at.
options,
Is could you
and
actually?
we're going to be That is option 3 out of the 3 different ways to use this spell, and the counterspelling we'll get
Okay.
to pretty much at the end. But yes, you can go, he's casting a spell, I'm counterspelling, but then it gets into the problems with how counterspelling works and why no one actually likes to use it. And those who like to use it don't like to actually use it. They like to cause arguments and make people want to throw things at them because this counterspelling sucks.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah. For targeted
Sorry,
spell,
guys.
there is an example. Melee, a 5th level, targets a dispel magic on a drow who is under the effects of haste, mage armor, and bull strength. All 3 spells were cast on the drow by a 7th level wizard, which means melee has to make a dispel check, which is a which is a die roll of d20 plus 5 against a DC 18, 3 times, 1 for each. So it's magic missile, haste, mage armor, and bull strength. If they succeed on a partial check, the spell is dispelled. The spell. Well, the drought does have spell resistance. Doesn't help them in this case because this bypasses spell resistance. If the individual fails, the spells remain in effect. Pretty much meaning you can use 1 dispel on someone who has X amount of buff spells on them, or debuffs, or enchantments. What's to say X amount of spells are on effect on that target. You cast a spell on them. You make a caster check against each individual spell affecting that target. Doesn't matter what spells they have, you can't nitpick it. So even if, like, let's say, LadyCelt wants to cast a spell on Bacon because Bacon has a charm person and a hold person on him, but he also has hastes, bull strength, and bear's endurance. Well, the bonus is there's a chance that he no longer has a charm or the hold person on him. The con, there's also a chance he loses haste, bear's endurance, and bull strength because you can't nitpick it.
Right.
It's all or nothing. So, yeah, he loses his buffs. Well, a chance of losing buffs. I love you too, but stay back. He has a chance of losing buffs, but he also has a chance of getting back into the fight because he's has a chance of no longer being charmed or stuck in that position. Which is one of the reasons why people try to argue dispel magic. I'm not
So
kidding.
it's a very catch-22 spell.
Yeah.
Here's the pros of how good it can be. Here's the downside is like, okay, your party's frontliner is currently stuck in an entangle, but they have a bark skin on. Well, congratulations, you may have just lost your bark skin.
Yeah.
Getting out of an entangle.
Yeah, but like I said, it's multiple people are like, no, I'm targeting just 1 spell. It's like, no,
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. You should have tried to do prepping for counterspelling instead. Not, I'm gonna let him get those spells on him, wait a turn or 2, remember I have to spell, and then try to nitpick what gets removed. It's no, all of the effects that are affecting him get removed, not just 1. And like I said, I've been at many tables as a DM, as a player, looking at people and going, that's not how dispel works, because it's an all or nothing thing, not a nitpick. So Goose, no, back, stay. I love you too. Stay. So like this is one of those spells where you can get off that book. Don't stand on the book. That book is older than you. No, and here, stay. Wow, the dog is really casting Interruptus. So
when I come visit you guys, he can hang out in my lap.
Oh, trust me, he will. He will definitely try. Um, but I said there's many people that just want the spell to do more. I want to say it's because they didn't read. No, no, it's because they want the spell to do more than what it does.
They want the spell to work the way they want it to work, not the way it's supposed to
Yeah.
work.
Uh, the yeah, it's like even if you it's like if you target an object or a creature that is uh the effect. I hate how the word is. That is the effect of an ongoing spell, such as a monster summoned by uh monster summoning. You can make a dispel check to end the spell that conjured the object or creature. Uh, if the object that you are targeting is a magical item, you can make a dispel check against the item's caster level. If you succeed, all the item's magical properties are suspended for a die 4 rounds, after which the item recovers on its own. A suppressed magical item becomes non magical for the duration of the effect. An interdimensional interface, such as a bag of holding, is temporarily closed. A magic item's physical properties are unchanged. A suppressed magical sword is still a sword, a masterwork, be it masterwork. An artifact and deities are unaffected by mortal magic such as this. So it's like right there, there in the last segment, for certain context, you can't dispel the effects of a deck of many things. It's an artifact. Uh, yeah,
Right.
if you get Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, it can't be. It's like people can try to dispel to temporarily suppress its abilities for all they want. It's going to auto fail because it is an artifact and it's a god's
As I
artifact.
was saying,
And if a spell is cast by a deity, well, it's god magic. It's considered god tier magic at that point. So it's like you can't dispel my spell. It's I'm a god casting the spell because gods and artifacts are, well, yeah, deities and artifacts are not affected by us. So go suck a giant monkey. That's one of the reasons why fighting Vecna is always a bad idea because he counts as a legit god. So go ahead, fight that lich. Let's just see how much shenanigans you can't remove.
yeah, let's not do that. No,
But one of good
0 out of 10.
yes, 0 out of 10 chance to see. Now a big thing is if a creature has been summoned, you can dispel it, and it doesn't technically dispel the creature, it just ends the duration of the effect by taking it from how much time is left and dropping it to immediately 0. So the creature is effectively banished.
Right. So
Uh
you're not killing the creature. You're just getting rid of it.
yeah. So technically, because it's not summoned by a god, because again, gods don't give a crap. A character uses a summon ability, summons an entity. It doesn't necessarily matter what that entity is, it still counts as being summoned. Therefore, dispel can still end the duration of the spell that summoned it. If a certain someone catches my drift.
Do it to me, Jacob, and I swear to God, I'll make your life a living hell.
I have to use greater dispel magic to actually have that work. Just remember, it's the DC is 11 plus the spellcaster's caster level. Your effective caster level is 25.
Oh.
I want to see someone with a normal dispel beat a DC 36.
Nat 20.
It's not an attack or saving throw. There is no auto pass.
Oh.
So it's like, I got a 30. It's like, he's a level 25 character. So it has to pretty much
Never mind.
be greater dispel magic, and I'll get to why that would actually do it in a moment, because we're not done with dispel magic itself. Uh, yeah. You automatically succeed on your dispel check against any spell that you cast yourself. Meaning, if you cast if you're the one who cast, let's say, haste, bull strength, and bear's endurance on your ally, just let's go back to the example. So let's say uh Lady Kelk, Lady Kelk hit Bacon with haste, bear's endurance, bull strength, and then the enemy went, well, I have him charmed, so I'm going to say, hey, don't resist this, and hit him with a hold person, and then in response, Lady Kelk goes, fine, dispel. Well, you don't roll against your own spells because you automatically succeed on dispelling your own spells, which means you automatically get rid of all the stuff you put on him, but you still have to roll against both those other spells. So it's like, yay, you don't want him to have that stuff, he won't have that stuff, but he's definitely still going to be on my side and fighting. Haha. And that's also one of the things a lot of people don't pay attention to. Because they go, well, I have 3 spells on him, so I gotta roll to do it. It's like, no, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Oh, so they stay? No, you automatically succeed on all 3 of those. But, no. The spell works in mysterious ways called here's a middle finger.
Read your spell.
um, the next use is area dispel. When dispel magic is used in this way, the spell affects everything within a 30-foot radius, which is a pretty big. That's a bigger radius than fireball, and we all know how much radius a
Yeah.
fireball can affect. Uh, for each creature within the area that is the subject of one or more spells, you make a dispel check against this spell with the highest cast level. If the check fails, you make a dispel check against the progressively weaker spell until you dispel one spell, which discharges the dispel magic spell so far and that are far as that the target is concerned. Or until you fail all your checks. The creature's magic items are not affected. For each object within inside the area that is the target of one or more spells, you make a dispel check uh, as with creatures. Magic items are not affected by the area dispel. For each ongoing area or effect spell which point of origin is within inside the area of the spell magic spell, you can make a dispel check to dispel that spell. For each ongoing spell whose area overlaps the dispel magic, you make a dispel check to end the effect, but only within the overlapping area. If an object or creature that is the effect of an ongoing spell, such as monster summoned by monster summoning, is in the area, you can make a check to end the spell that conjured that creature or creatures, which returning it from where it came. In addition to attempting to dispel the spells targeting the creature or objects. You may choose to automatically succeed on dispel checks against any spell that you have cast. Keywords, you may choose to automatically succeed. You still technically have to roll against them, but you have a choice between I want to just auto end these things or not. Goose, sit. Your dog bed is right there for a reason. I love you. Um But what this pretty much big thing here means, and I'm going to somewhat summarize that for people who had problems following that because sometimes wordings are weird. You can hit the 30-foot area. Any creature summoned, you can roll to have them unsummoned now. Each object in there that's under the effect of a spell, you can roll to dispel that, starting with the highest, going to the lowest on each thing. But it does not suppress magical items. So if someone has a +5 holy greatsword, it's still a +5 holy greatsword. But if it's a long sword that someone put the spell Holy Sword on, which makes it a +5 Holy Sword, you roll to end that effect. So any magic that was already on it that's innate, because it's a magical item, stays, but any spell cast on it to augment it in any way, you can choose to end. So it's still really effective, but you can't suppress items, but you can do an area debuff on it. And when it comes to area effects, you can either hopefully get it in the right spot and completely end the effect. For instance, a entangle spell, it's an area effect. So if you end up getting landing your dispel area in the right spot to overlap the center of it, which is the focal point of it, you can end the entanglement. But if you're off, you can still go, well, this huge portion over here of entangle is no longer in effect because I cast this here and passed the check. So entangle works there, not here. So it's still really good, but it still has some somewhat limitations. The final thing you can do with Dispel Magic is Counterspell. When Dispel Magic is used in this way, the spell targets a spellcaster and is cast as a counterspell. Unlike a true counterspell, however, Dispel Magic does not work. You must, you may not. The Dispel Magic may not work. You must make a Dispel check to counter the other spellcaster's spell. So it's pretty much doing the same thing. It's a DC 11 plus their caster level. But unlike normal counter spelling things that is on a vastly different page, and eventually we'll cover counter spelling. But it's less automatic and more, I hope I roll high enough to stop you from casting that spell. Primarily because the main reason is normal counterspelling is you have to know the person is going to cast Fireball and pretty much use your turn to ready action to counterspell their Fireball with your Fireball. Which means when they go to cast it, you cast yours, and it pretty much they cancel each other's out.
Right.
This goes, oh, I don't have to know what spell you're casting. I don't have to have that spell at the ready to cast. It's I'm going to hold this Dispel Magic for when he goes to cast a spell. He's casting a spell. He's casting a spell. Dispel it. So it's a general purpose counterspell instead of a precise, I need to know counterspell. It saves so much stupidity on counterspelling because again, you have to have the ability to cast the same spell that you're trying to counterspell. So in layman's sense, counterspelling it's complicated, and eventually I will be covering it, but I generally stay away from it because fuck counterspelling. No one ever, at the end of the day, no one ever likes it. Dispel Magic lets it be used easier because all you have to do is have Dispel Magic. So it's
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off here because I'm being accosted by 5 hungry animals.
Well, tell them to go eat the neighbor child.
None of my neighbors have kids.
Tell them to go eat a neighbor.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, my neighbor's door is not fixed. So I'd start out with one husky and end up with gold skis. Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Good night.
So this is where I will say is I do appreciate 5e a little bit more for this because having an actual counter spell as a spell is a humongous plus.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I will say I do appreciate 5e a little bit more there.
Yeah. Well, it's because Dispel Magic is the general purpose counterspell.
Right. Well, right, and that's what I mean. Is like 5e actually gave you counterspell as its own spell.
Yeah. The last spell we're going to try to fit in, because we only have 4 minutes left, is Greater Dispel Magic. It's an abjuration spell. It's a 5th level bard, 6th level cleric, 6th level druid, 6th level sorcerer wizard. It functions just like Dispel Magic, except the maximum caster level on your Dispel check is plus 20 instead of plus 10. Additionally, Greater Dispel Magic has a chance to dispel any effect that Remove Curse can remove, even if Dispel Magic can't dispel that effect.
Handy.
So it, yeah, it's several levels higher, but your bonus to your checks doubles. Does a 20 is better than a 10, but you still have to have that many levels, because you don't get a automatic plus 20, unlike some people who I was like, read the spells. That number there is that's your max, not your benefit. You're only level 7, you don't get a plus 10, it's your level. um So if you're not a level 20 caster, or your caster level isn't effectively level 20, you don't get the 20. You get whatever your caster level is, but it puts it up to 20. So that way, if someone decides to go, hey, yeah, I know this is a DC 36, but I have a chance of beating it because I have a plus 20.
It may not be a good chance, but damn it, it's a chance.
Yeah, it's a chance now. Um, But Dispel Magic, despite taking up almost an entire page of the book itself, it's a very good spell. It's a versatile spell. It has a decent range on it. No material components needed to cast it. And like I said, you can either do specific, I don't want that thing to have the ongoing spells on it. I want to try to clear this area of ongoing spells, or I want to save it so I can counterspell that guy over there. So it has uses. It's a very good removal of debuffs, removal of buffs that the enemy has. Great way to get rid of magical effects on the area. Great way of getting rid of summoned creatures. And a great way to try to piss off people. Because nothing says I'm going to irritate you like, oh, I have prepped this to spells. And just start staring at everyone. It's like, well, why don't you have anything else? It's like, because I'm tired of the enemy magic users killing people, so I'm just going to dispel everything. Fireball can't hurt you if I dispel it. Um, but like I
Fight
said,
me, pussy.
fight me with your bare
I
hands.
promise you. I promise you, if I get hit with a greater counter, if I get hit with a greater dispel magic, there will be fisticuffs thrown.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is, and so I'm not gonna lie. The only real things that you actually have to worry about dispelling you is
Gods. I have to worry
gods.
about gods.
Because gods have a cheat where their god rank gets added to pretty much everything, regardless of maximums. Uh, which means they can use a normal dispel like like Odin, who has like a 19 god rank, that adds into all his die rolls. That includes Dispel as a add-on, and it's a workaround. So he's like, well, I don't have a plus 10, I have a plus 29. And if you're fighting anything that counts as a greater god, they don't roll. They just automatically get maximum results on everything they roll. So he's sitting there going, did I get a 49 with my symbol Dispel Magic on what you're doing? Uh,
And that's where I call him a dick.
yeah. Yeah. You get to call him a big old dick. But he can also just
And then
go,
I proceed to
I'm just going to put
and then I proceed to
anti-magic
scream
field on you.
fight. And then I proceed to scream fight me pussy as I am charging him for fisticuffs.
And he's like, bet we're doing this. When we get to this the M's, there's going to be one spell that you're going to be happy I haven't used on the party, even though I could have more than once. And that's Mordekai's Disjunction. If you thought Dispel Magic was bullshit, Mordekai's Disjunction is, I'm going to permanently strip magical items of their magical properties. I'm going to end magical effects that are going on. And, oh, you have spells left? No, you don't. It's I'm going to turn the sorcerer into a weak fighter.
Unless you're my sorcerer. Then it's just, oh, it's a fighter now.
Basically, yeah, if you build your mage right, you can go, I don't need my spells to kill you. I may not have the hit points or base attack of everyone else, but I have this nice
Unless you're my
gift.
sorcerer. All of a sudden, the fighter the sorcerer drops his robes and pulls out his gauntlets. Fisticuffs it is, bitch.
No, in my Thursday campaign, they don't play anymore because work and stuff took them away. But one of the characters, if you looked at them, they look like a creepy mage because they have a warlock garb on. So you think it's a caster. They walk around with a staff of fire. They like to pop out with wands. You're like, okay, this is we're gonna have fun because this sorcerer is casting spells and using magical items. So, but they're relying on their magical items to cast spells for them because their spells are weak and limited. I don't know why, but boom. But after a couple turns, the wizard goes, you know what? I'm bored. Puts away the staff, pulls out their great axe, and goes, yeah, I rage, which then triggers the fact they're also a werebore, because they were a higher level barbarian than they had sorcerer because they cross class into sorcerer. And one of the reasons a lot of their crap sucks is they don't have that many levels of sorcerer and they have a low charisma, so they can't do much at the point that they were able to stop. But it's still funny seeing what you assume is some sort of warlock pull out a big ass weapon, look at you, get super pissed, and then somewhat get bigger and bulkier, and you're like, is that a boar head now? Everyone's going,
why?
yes. It's like, we're about ready to be boar it's not a bull rush, it's a boar rush. We're going to be boar rushed by a barbarian sorceress. This is going to hurt.
And just like that, I've decided I no longer choose life.
Can we go home now? But no, if any of you guys who watches and stuff, if you have any questions about Dispel Magic or Greater Dispel Magic, please leave a comment. It'll be much appreciated. Sorry for a somewhat shorter episode, because again, time got hogged by other things. And
also,
we're mainly
also one quick announcement. One quick announcement before anybody decides, before we log off here. Also, anybody who is interested, we are going to be posting the link to the Discord for Out of State DMing's official server. It'll be down in the comments. If you have any questions and you don't feel like leaving a comment, stop by. You can reach out directly to lluksblackheart or myself in the server.
Yes, it is an official D&D community server that I have the privilege of wrangling up these monkeys because apparently it is my zoo and they are my monkeys.
So make sure to check those comments. If you don't want to leave a comment, stop on by. We'll be happy to have you.
Yep. Don't be shy. But thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Well, hopefully with no interruptions. But good night, and we'll catch you next week. As I pressed the wrong button.